Good morning, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 2531 Northeast Laura Street here in Hillsboro. Located on the left side of the house, on the front yard side of the fence, we have a 3-inch ABS cleanout. We're going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. We do have water currently running. I just zeroed out the foot counter. Off we go. Line transitions here to 4-inch 3034. And we just transitioned once again there. I think we may actually be in cast iron pipe. You don't see this very often on newer neighborhoods, but it is still used. Cast iron is actually a very high quality pipe product. You see it in a lot of old homes, but anyhow, we'll see how it looks as it drains out here. This is likely newer cast iron. Some cities still require it in certain code requirements. Now, I see this stuff often go 80 to 100 years before having problems. So that's what that appears to be there. And then we transition right back over to 3034 PVC pipe. And then just up ahead here is the main lateral connection. We do have some standing water up here towards the end of the line. If you're going to have a belly, the end of the line's where you want it to be. It's far less likely to cause an issue there. We'll see how that looks when it's all drained out. And we may have some minor standing water in the cast iron as well. Well, we're going to go locate while the line drains out here, and we'll get a better view here in a moment. And the line here looks like it's headed out to the main here, to the side street, Northeast 25th Court. This line's pretty much doing a straight shot out the left side. So anyhow, here's the standing water. The line's all drained off now. And so when it comes to standing water, we call them bellies. That's where the line is settled. You have pooling water. Theoretically, as debris comes through the line, it can hit that standing water and stop up. This belly here is rinky-dink, tiny little thing. I am not even slightly concerned about it. It runs from 41 to 44 feet. At its worst point here, you've got a 1/4 inch of standing water. That is far too minor, in my opinion, to require repairs, especially considering where it's at. Even if that were right next to the house, I wouldn't recommend a repair on it. It's that minor. The only time you're going to see, I mean, that would even handle some abuse, paper towels and whatnot. But the only time you're going to see any issues associated with standing water that minor is if you're putting everything under the sun down the line that should not be going down there. Like paper towels, tampons, things like that. Now you're getting a little bit of buildup here in the cast iron, in the flow line. It's not terribly significant. You could certainly clean some of that buildup up there, but it's not. I'm not seeing any secondary buildup or blockage evidence or anything like that, but you are getting some debris collecting here in the cast iron. And cast iron's more prone to that because it's a rougher pipe product. It doesn't have nice smooth pipe walls like plastic does. It's more prone to catching debris as it comes through the line. Yeah, you don't see this stuff very often here. It's possible multiple houses in the neighborhood have it. The other possibility is that there was a pre-existing house here at one point that had cast iron, and they just utilized the original line. The cast iron I see here looks like it's in fairly good condition. There is a little bit of a trough going down the middle of it. As far as I can tell, though, that appears to be because of debris that's collected on either side of the flow line. That doesn't immediately look like channeling. Channeling's a process in cast iron where the metal gets eaten away in the flow line. But the immediate appearance of this looks more like it's just merely some debris buildup on either side of the flow line. You'd have to do a cleaning job on that to know with certainty. But usually when it's channeling, there's a very obvious sharp edge of metal on either side of that little trough there. This looks more like debris, but you'd have to do some cleaning again to check that out. Even if it is channeling, if that's what's going on, it's in its early stages of it. But very clean line. That's not there has not been a single blockage or anything associated with it. The line's way too clean to have done that. And when it comes to cast iron, I tend not to go hardcore into recommending drain cleaning. It can be kind of hard on cast iron. It's a good pipe product, but it develops a rust layer inside of it. The other issue you can run into is if you start running a machine through that stuff, you can start knocking rust loose, and there doesn't appear to be much in there. I can't see under that buildup. I've seen scenarios where people have gone in to clean grease out, and instead they got rid of the grease, but now there's a whole bunch of rust sitting in the middle of the flow line, which can be a bigger problem than you had before. So when it comes to cast, I generally don't start recommending drain cleaning unless I've got significant buildup and evidence that the line is struggling to drain out. I don't see any of that going on there. The sidewalls of the pipe are very clean, and that entire line there shows no evidence of ever blocking anywhere and or backing up for that matter. So we're going to go ahead and we're all finished up here. We have good flow to the main lateral connection. Both the ABS, cast iron, and 3034 portions of the line here appear to be in good condition. The sewer line is functioning properly at this time. If you do choose to go and try and clean that buildup out of the line, make sure a rescope is done. It's very important to do that to make sure that there's no rust left over, and also just to check the work, make sure it was cleaned out.